Yo, what's up, folks? It's your boys. Yo, what's up, folks? It's your boy Sports PSP. Hope everyone's enjoying a fantastic day. Apologize for the inconvenience a little bit, some technical difficulties. But anyway, hope y'all enjoying a fantastic evening. I know I am. I just finished a long day shooting hoops, playing basketball at the park. Oh man, ain't nothing better than enjoying a beautiful and a wonderful Thursday, just enjoying life, man. Like I said, folks, you just got to enjoy life and you just can't take life for granted. That's all you got to do, folks. You just got to take it one day at a time. And as long as you take it one day at a time, that's all that matters. Always make sure you take care of your mental health. And folks, if you want to leave your comments in the comment section below, I just put in the StreamYard link. So feel free to weigh in about the topics that we're about to discuss. Let's talk about it. I'm reading this report right here from ESPN's Adrian Wojnarowski. The Philadelphia 76ers guard James Harden is picking up his $35.6 million option, and sides are beginning to work together in exploring trade scenarios, sources tell ESPN. It's expected that Harden has played his last game for Philadelphia. The Los Angeles Clippers and the New York Knicks are expected to be among the teams that'll engage with the 76ers on a potential James Harden trade. So, James Harden picked up his $35.6 million option, and the 76ers are looking to trade James Harden, and two of the teams that are expected to be in the discussion for trading James Harden are the Los Angeles Clippers and the New York Knicks. So, what are my thoughts, folks? Look, it's just proven. It's just that simple. Look, and James Harden deserves a lot of criticism for his performance in the NBA playoffs, particularly in the Celtics. But that's not just on James Harden. I also put a lot of that on Joel Embiid. Look, this is still on the Philadelphia 76ers because they tried to go with James Harden. They traded James Harden because Ben Simmons, it just didn't work out. So they get James Harden to pair him up with Joel Embiid. It seemed like the ideal fit for the Philadelphia 76ers because James Harden can not only pass and handle the basketball, but unlike Ben Simmons, he could shoot and he could open up the floor. And James Harden, too many times in the playoffs, he's come up short. And game 6, that was the 76ers' best chance, in my opinion, to get to the Eastern Conference Finals. I think the first time since 2001, the year when Allen Iverson won the MVP. And there have been opportunities in which the 76ers should have gone to more than one Eastern Conference Finals. You look at the 2019 Eastern Conference semifinals against the Toronto Raptors, the Kawhi Leonard miracle shot in Game 7. And then, of course, a couple of years later, the Eastern Conference semifinals against the Atlanta Hawks. They had their chance. And then, of course, Ben Simmons, hack of Ben philosophy. They put him in the free throw line in critical situations. And then Ben Simmons just couldn't hit free throws. And Doc Rivers, Joel Embiid just threw him under the bus, in which Doc Rivers was asked, do you think you could win a championship with Ben Simmons as your point guard? Doc's response, I don't know the answer to that question right now. Hold on, Leaf. Hold on, Dev. I'm going to get into you in just a sec. Just let me finish what I got to say. And then Joel Embiid, he said it himself. The turning point in the game is when Ben Simmons had an open shot in the paint while Trae Young was in his way. And he passed up that shot for Matisse Thybulle. So Ben Simmons, obviously, he had enough of the 76ers organization. He decided to not play the entire season and then gets traded to the Brooklyn Nets. didn't play in the playoffs because of the back injury, as well as mental health issues and other things. But James Harden, I don't know, the Clippers and the Knicks, those, according to Adrian Wojnarowski's report, those are the two teams expected to be in the discussion for the James Harden trade. I mean, the Clippers, they do need a point guard. They should get some facilitator to help out Kawhi Leonard and Paul George. I would still keep Russell Westbrook there because if I lose Kawhi and Paul George due to injury, where else am I going to get that type of scoring from? And James Harden, he could still give you quality production in the regular season. He may not give you what he was in Houston, but still capable of giving you 20 and 10. He's still capable of giving you those types of numbers. And then on top of that, the Knicks. To have James Harden there, yeah, definitely would sell tickets, just like James Harden would sell tickets with the Clippers because he's from Cali. But the Knicks, what do you say to Jalen Brunson? Given everything that he did for the Knicks that season, I think the Knicks, they need more pieces to help around Jalen Brunson, more scores around Jalen Brunson. Maybe James Harden can take care of facilitating the offense, helping be more of the point guard from time to time. But I don't know about the Knicks. But I think that the Philadelphia 76ers, they're done with James Harden and vice versa. This is their last time you'll see James Harden in the Philadelphia 76ers uniform. I would probably lean towards the Clippers than the Knicks, in my opinion, because in case of whatever happens due to injury, Harden is still there. He'll still give you 20 and 10. He can initiate the offense. And maybe you can have Russ come off the bench, in my opinion. So anyway, I'm going to go add Leaf, and Dev to the conversation. What's up, fellas? How y'all doing?
Ain't you about as sick and tired of this bullshit ass switching teams ass motherfuckers in the goddamn NBA, bro? You ain't sick and tired of this already, man? Tell me you
I'm
ain't
not,
tired of this bullshit, bro.
Leaf, I'm telling you, do I get tired of it? Yes. But in the end, do you expect this to happen? What do you expect?
I expect the NBA. Well, I can't even say the NBA because I think the NBA has put the CBA in place. I think they did what they can do to basically try to counteract the bullshit, switching teams and jumping from here to here with everything in the CBA. If everybody has read most of the stuff in the CBA,
Mm-hmm.
now, and me personally, I think it's up to the owners, the owners in the GMs to basically say, like, to basically look at a James Harden who's 30 something, no pun intended, but a Kyrie Irving and a Ben Simmons and all of these dudes, man, that's like basically in like the 30 portion of their career, and basically kind of get on some real disrespectful shit. Say fuck you, nigga, go to Taiwan. Like I'm thinking that personally. Like I'm like, cause here's the thing, like this is the shit that Dame Lillard is trying to avoid. If we really be honest, this is the shit that he's trying to avoid. He like the thing is,
This is why, yeah, Chris Haynes reported why he doesn't want to be joining on them super teams and all that other stuff.
yeah, because if we look at like from the standpoint, ain't no honor in that shit. Ain't no integrity in that shit, man. And this is and listen, whether we had a conversation the other night. It was after hours, after the show closed, with
Mm-hmm.
Primo. He basically was talking about, listen, LeBron basically started this bullshit and got it out of control, whatever. And it's that the third, da da da. KD had went on and started doing it. I'm like, yo, listen, pretty soon these GMs and these owners are gonna give these players they ass to kiss when they need the money the most. After James Harden done messed up millions of dollars in the strip club, after Kyrie Irving man done sat out so many times, after Ben Simmons done messed up much money on Bentleys and trying to steal girlfriends from celebrities, they gonna turn around and they gonna hit them where it hurts the most. And I'm not gonna feel sorry for none of they weak asses because they did this to themselves, man. This is what
My fault.
happens
I was
when
in
you
the
try to
bathroom. My
back.
fault, y'all.
This is what
No,
happens
it's
when you
okay.
try
No.
to backdoor the game. When you try to backdoor the league. This is what happens. You're gonna pay for it in the end, man. Like, so listen, and this is one of the reasons why I don't give LeBron no respect. This is one of the reasons why I don't give Kevin Durant no respect. I don't give two shits about their talent no more. I don't, because I done seen all I could see from them. I don't care about
So
it
you're
no more. I
saying
don't
that
care about what
LeBron
they
caused all
accomplished.
of this with the super teams?
You damn right he did.
I don't think he did because super teams was already kind of like in the league, or like big time teams already in the league. No, like Moses Malone and made super teams. The Celtics, even though they're drafted, so I don't really blame one person. I think the league was kind of going this way, regardless. But on the James Harden thing, I was kind of surprised. I thought Philly would sign him back, but obviously getting traded. I don't know what James Harden doing at all this time. I think right now the Clippers is the number one team. If I'm
The
Portland, I'm
Knicks
like
as well.
on the Knicks. If I'm Portland,
Shut the Knicks.
if I'm Portland, honestly, if I'm Daryl Morey, I'm hitting up
This
Portland
shit
and
is comedy, man.
hey man, can I get Dame? Let me get Dame off. You got Scoot. You know, if I'm Portland, I mean, if I'm Philly, I'm trying to get Dame. So if that's what I would do to GM. I
If
know
you
Portland. Yeah,
you
Portland's gonna
not
say no,
trying to
Lee.
get Dame for James Harden.
Oh no, leave.
Get
No,
out.
leave. 100%. I understand, but I want to leave try. If I'm feeling, I'll leave try. Like I already know Portland gonna say no, but it's like leave. If you like it's let's say you see a girl, right? You're never gonna know if she wants you or not if you don't try. Like PSP know, it's like you gotta at least shoot your shot. If I'm Philly, I'm shooting my shot. If I miss, it's okay. Sometimes in life you gotta shoot. I learned that.
Listen,
A closed mouth don't get fed.
I feel you, but the correlation is a little different when the chick already was off the market, bro, and everybody keep trying, bro. It's
Hey
like,
man,
yo,
if she's
I'm
off the
trying to
market, you still gotta try.
yeah,
Let me
you
stop.
still
Let me
got to
stop.
try, obviously, but listen, I look, this is like, this is becoming comedy, man, like, because man, yo, the
It
Hardens,
never
the
gets old.
Kyries, the Kevin Durant's.
Well, Kyrie's situation a little different though to me.
Yeah. Well, the Kyrie situation is somewhat a little different.
KD,
But
all right, KD, I understand. KD is getting out of hand. That only I can agree
way
with
out
you.
of hand.
Like
Way out of hand.
even though I'm a KD fan, I'm not a big KD fan. He's my favorite player of all time. But like I'll give you him and Russ. But it is getting out of little at hand. If Harden,
I will say this: the way that these players, and we mentioned all of these names, remind you, these are the names that came up during in the negotiation at the negotiation tables before this new CBA was made. I guarantee you these names came up. I guarantee you Ben Simmons' names came up. I guarantee you
I don't think
Kyrie
nobody
and
cares
Kevin
about.
Durant came up, bro, because they tired of the
Oh, we're
bullshit.
gonna talk about Ben Simmons in a second. We'll talk about Ben Simmons later.
I refuse. I only mention his name to prove a point, man. I refuse to even mention him.
Ben Simmons been on one.
That's another.
No, we're gonna talk about him later because there was some news about him.
Oh, really?
That's another, bro.
Okay,
Listen, PSP. Look, this ain't no funny, man. That's another jack off I could do without, man. I'm damn sick and tired of being told who
I'm
admire
trying to
this
save you
game,
from
bro.
yourself. You the light skinned people are getting on your ass. You know that, right?
Mm.
You know the light skinned
Listen,
people are on your ass, Leaf, because of what you said about
I
Tatum.
don't give a damn. I don't, bro. I don't. PSP, bro. You said that. I understand what you said.
I know you
and
know.
they probably looking at our clips and whatever and seeing me and seeing what I'm saying. I'm like, I don't give a damn. If leave it up to me, man. Look, you think I wear this Infinity Gauntlet for nothing? I need them all. I need them all done. As far as I'm concerned,
Thank
bro.
you,
You
Christopher.
probably the only person that I probably, as far as I'm concerned, that I keep just off the strength, man. They all get on my nerves.
What about Dub?
Dub, I'll flip a coin on Dub,
Is
man.
Dub,
like, I don't know.
is Dub black? I don't know.
Well,
I thought he was
he's Puerto Rican.
Dub is on the
Puerto
Hispanic
Rican, I
side,
think.
but
Either Puerto Rican or Dominican, one or two.
Yeah. Dub is on the Hispanic side. I don't know which one, but to get back
anyway,
on
Leaf. Yeah, back to Harden. Do you think with Harden, the Clippers or the Knicks, where would you like to see Harden be at? Would you like to still see him play in Philadelphia? Because it may be his days in Philadelphia may be numbered.
I'll be honest with you. I don't want to see him in the league no more. See him, get him in
Wow.
Taiwan. I don't want to see him in the league no more. You wasted too much time, bro. You a bad impression on these young players, and they following everything, suit and everything you do. You all about strip clubs and over championships. It's like Ticket said before, man. It said titties over titles. That's what he about, man. He ain't about no winning. He about him. He about his brand. Same thing with KD, Kyrie, like all of them. They all about themselves. They don't give a damn about no unity, no being unified or nothing. They don't care about that. I don't know how many times they gonna show us, yo, how many instances they gonna show me who you are, I'll believe you. You got one time to screw up with me. That's why I'm so heavy. That's why I'm so crazy heavy on Jason Tatum and all these new players. Cause I seen this episode of Friends before. I seen this episode of Seinfeld before, man. Like this is the same. They repeating the same steps. The thing is, they not repeating it in terms of their actions off the court, in terms of management and all of that. They repeating it on the court, and then they're gonna do it, and then they're gonna do it in management and give management their ass because, but now they can't do it because the new CBA is in place. By the time they get Harden's age and KD's age, basically the CBA is just gonna suck them dry. Pause. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I like, to be honest with you, bro. I'm done with James Harden. I'm done. I'm done with him, man. And I think realistically, y'all are too.
I still think Harden could still give you 20 and 10. I wouldn't say
that's
drop
easy. He
him
can
out the
easily do
league.
that.
Yeah, he
He's
can
not.
still do. I mean, leave. I mean, if you want to say Ben Simmons in Shanghai, even though
If you
I
want to say
still want
Chris
to have,
Paul, yes.
yeah, if you want to say Ben Simmons to Shanghai, even though I want to give, I gotta give Ben Simmons one more year, and then I'm just officially done with him for good. Okay, fine, but James Harden can still give you 2010. I understand you don't like it, Leaf, because you think James Harden doesn't value to winning. He values more to the NBA lifestyle, the strip clubs, etc., etc. But the NBA, the players, the leverage that they've had with the new NBA, the CBA rule, again, they're gonna have to play like 60. Was it like 65 games they have to play
65
in order
games,
to?
yeah.
60, either 60 or
Yeah,
65 one of the two dates qualify for awards.
yeah. What were the other things that were in the new CBA?
It's a lot of things with the luxury tax. They got like three different levels now. It's basically 75 cents on the dollar for like each level, and then it goes up afterwards. So a lot of these chunky ass contracts, man, and then the load management, that is gonna be lowered down. A lot of the stuff, a lot of the important stuff that we as the fans value. So we're gonna be seeing a lot of players either shooting up for real, or this is gonna be one of those things that's gonna speed up the process of a lot of players. Basically, all right, yo, if they really hurt, then it's really gonna show, because those 65
Mm-hmm.
games,
Leaf, are you still there?
try to get, yeah.
I
I'm
think.
still here. Them 65 games, they're gonna try to get them
Oh,
incentives for them 65 games, and they're gonna wind up exerting too much energy and hurting themselves, and then so they trying to get that last bit of loose change from some of these organizations before they bow out and before their careers are over. A lot of the stars is in their 30s, in their late 20s and 30s and everything. So uh, uh yeah, man, like listen, it's this CBA is pretty much a sink or swim CBA. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to show whether the players really want to play, or they really don't. And I think the 65 game mark is gonna hold weight on how a lot of these players do get paid in the future. If they looking for bigger checks, if they looking for extra contracts and more and new 3 to 4 year deals. So me personally, I don't like.
okay.
I don't think the owners really give a damn how the market is. They just like, yo, if we got an opportunity to keep more money in our pocket, we gonna do it. No, the Nets is the only
All
team
right,
that's
Dev.
screwed
Let's
up.
say. Oh, sorry.
The Nets is the only team that screwed up by paying a mid-level team and over the tax or over the tax. We did that before when we had KG and Paul Pierce. So
Yeah,
I
that
mean,
yeah, that's an issue, man. I don't want to bring up that leak because I know you're a Nets fan, but we ain't gonna go there. Dev, what says you about the whole James Harden thing?
Right now, if I'm James Harden or a team, I want to see him. I want to see him in New York because he will help that offense out immediately. Because New York offense is kind of putrid right now, and there'll be all lefty team with him, Harden, Barrett, Randall, and Mitchell Robinson, all lefty team. That'll be fun to see. Even though I feel like they might
Isn't
have
it
to
a
trade Barrett.
coincidence? All them players are left-handed though. Like with
Yes,
Randall,
that'd be a
Harden,
yes.
Brunson, RJ Barrett.
that means the defensive game plan is very simple.
Go right. and,
Yep,
Yep.
make them
and,
go
and,
right.
and you know what's leaf? It's funny. It already works. It works on Barrett and Randall already.
Oh yeah, it
Yeah,
definitely
it
does.
does.
I mean, like Jalen Brunson actually got like a nifty bag, but the thing is,
Yeah.
if you stop him from going to his spots too, then that offense is pretty much stagnant. But they did
Yeah,
pick
and
up
that's
DiVincenzo. No, they did pick up
oh they did.
DiVincenzo, which is
Oh
yes,
yeah,
they did.
they
They are
traded for him.
I think they about to
Yeah.
sign him. I think there's a
Okay, yeah, because
handshake
free agency
agreement.
starts tomorrow, right, or today? Or not? No, tomorrow.
No,
Saturday,
tomorrow.
Saturday.
Saturday. Oh, okay.
I thought it was Friday.
Yeah, I thought it'll
Right.
start tomorrow. Let me.
No, no,
I'm
no.
gonna double check.
Saturday is the first, so it's is the first of the month. So
Okay,
it
so it's
start
starting
yeah.
up. Basically,
Oh, okay.
starting up very soon.
So
But yeah,
DiVincenzo, with DiVincenzo, that marks him,
he brings some
Josh
offense.
Hart, and Brunson. They were a part of that Villanova team. The last top piece was Mikal Bridges, who we have. So Knicks fans could kiss ass, man, if they think they're gonna get him off of us. So I mean,
Yeah, and that's
listen.
the thing. Now the Knicks offense, I would like to see James Harden in New York because I feel like this just fits better than the Clippers because the Clippers need downhill
Mm-hmm.
pressure and like even though Harden brings the playmaking, one is the injuries concern with him, Kawhi and PG as
Oh,
well, and also is the PSV still there
yeah, I'm still
or
here.
am
Yeah,
I?
go ahead.
Okay, I know
No,
about
you're
that.
good. You're good right now. You're good.
Okay, so and yeah, and I want to see Harden in New York because I feel like he'll slow down the offense, kind of like get them together, and like it brings another element into that offense, and it's not just Brunson versus like the
Mm.
Clippers. They need an athletic point like Russell. They need a downhill pressure, they need rim pressure, and someone that can stay healthy. And right now, James Harden, he has a
I was
hamstring. He's
thinking
getting
the
older.
Clippers.
He's slowing down.
Yeah,
For me, I like
Dev.
him. I want to see New York has a better offense, and I feel like the defense in New York can help out Harden as well.
But won't it
That's
be
just me.
predictable? Because to Leaf's point, they're gonna go right. I mean,
Well,
you
yeah,
got
but you do got Jalen Brunson, James Harden, and obviously Thibodeau's not the greatest offensive mind, but I feel like it would just bring another element to the half court offense where we saw they struggle with shooting, and James Harden's still a good shooter. And then with Harden and Brunson on the team, it'll create more spacing for like Josh Hart, Emmanuel quickly, and whoever else the shooters on the team. And I feel like if he does go to New York, I feel like they'll go to RJ Barrett to Philly, and I would like that for RJ Barrett because I'm still high on him. I feel like he just needs another opportunity, another team right now. And him and Nick Nurse, and I love him with Nick Nurse because like RJ's a good defender, and you pair him with Nick Nurse, I feel like Nick Nurse will unlock a new level to RJ's game defensively, and hopefully his offensive game will continue to come out. He's a consistent because the jump shot's still inconsistent. He's a great slasher, but I would like to see RJ in Philly with Nick Nurse. That's just me. That's what I want to see. I want to see
uh-huh.
that happen.
Well, I think the most realistic spot for him, to me, will probably be the Clippers because Norman Powell he wants a bigger role, and
He does.
him going back and playing with Nick Nurse over in Philly that will work because remember they won a championship together over in Toronto, and Norman Powell Nick Nurse did like what Norman Powell was given on both ends of the court. Norman Powell's a pretty solid defensive player, and the role that he's gonna be in, he could be instant offense as well. And his offensive game has really rised as well. So as far as like the packages go for James Harden or whatever the case may be, I think they want to they want to dump the PG contract because they probably gonna sign Russ to some like low budget deal or like something where they could keep Russ because they was really high on Russ. They really
Mhm.
high on like the hustle players, and they wanted to
Especially
keep the
after the
hustle players.
postseason in which he played, Leave. I thought Russ,
Great
other
postseason.
than games 1, game 5, in terms of shooting the basketball, overall, I thought he played really well, and he seemed like he was happy because he's with the Clippers. You know, he's reunited with his former teammate, Paul George. Ty Lue was speaking nothing but praise for him. So I think the Clippers should keep him. And the reason why I wouldn't mind Harden to the Clippers, because you can get Russ off the bench. You know,
And not,
Right.
and not
you
only
need some.
that,
Go
I'm
ahead.
sorry. I know that the defense he played, he was playing great defense and playmaking good. If he had Paul George, like Russell Westbrook setting up Kawhi Leonard and Paul George, that's all he needs to do and play that
Right.
defense, same defense. And not only that, Russ shows he can still get you buckets time to time when like if they're having an off game or Paul George them out. Like you already know Paul George and Kawhi Leonard gonna load manage, so the Clippers will still be a formidable team. They're not gonna fall completely off a cliff if we have Russ on the team.
Right. Absolutely. Me personally, I wanted Russ on the Nets, but people told me that was a bad
That's
idea.
no honestly, Lee, him with that spacing, I like that.
I said that back before the deadline once we got
It's
Mikal
just he's
Bridges and
old now.
everybody thought Ben Simmons was gonna play. I knew he wasn't, so therefore I was right. My like people just trying to figure out what's gonna happen with my team, this, that, and the third, and we just needed a downhill player. You know that's what we really were striving for with the spacing that we had, the spacing that we was working with, and the defense that we was working with. You know, with adding Russ to that, I think that would have been like a big plus, but that seems to be long gone for right now. But if I had a real destination for James Harden, would probably be the Clippers. I mean, I think the Knicks.
Yeah,
I don't think the Knicks is going for home run for like big
Mhm.
names or home run hits anymore. Man, they realized that they screwed up trying to do that over the years, or at least trying to make an attempt to do that over the years, and they see the mistakes that we made, and looking across the street from like Manhattan to Brooklyn. So I mean, hey,
hmm
Yeah,
you know,
and
so
and realistic. I see why I say the Clippers because it does seem more realistic because of the Clippers have more access, just have more access, like have more players. They're a deeper team. So like for if you're Philly, you can get Norman Powell, Robert Covington, Marcus Morris, something like that. So they have just more of a deeper team where you get players off them, and the contracts probably match up better with the Clippers than New York.
All right.
absolutely, yeah, absolutely.
All right, folks. We just finished talking about James Harden. We'll probably maybe revisit the conversation. Maybe if we have a chance, let's talk about somebody else that made some news. According to Bleacher Report's Chris Haynes, NBA star Kyrie Irving intends to meet with the Phoenix Suns when the free agency period begins on June 30th. League sources tell NBA on TNT and Bleacher Report. Leaf, I know I know you have a lot to say. I'm gonna let you go first. The floor is yours.
Yes,
Well,
sir. Let me go mute.
from what I've heard, and from what I've heard, that this is basically Kyrie and Kevin Durant basically getting back at the league and the Brooklyn Nets organization and this that. However true that is, I'm like, okay, what's to say it's not gonna fall on his face again? Because now they, even though they do got collateral with DeAndre Ayton to get off that 30 something $1 million that he's getting. What this means is Kyrie Irving is basically going to play for less than what he left the Brooklyn Nets for in the first place. Kyrie Irving left the Nets because he was Sean Marks wasn't trying to extend him. Let's get that out of the way. So for all y'all out there that's thinking, all right, yo, he gonna do this, he gonna run to this spot. We were saying that like, yo, he gonna run to the Lakers. That didn't happen. We were saying he gonna run to this other team. That didn't happen. Now we back. Now we down to Phoenix. I'm like, okay. The real thing is nobody really knows what Kyrie's gonna do. Kyrie don't even know what he gonna do. That's the thing about it. So like if we reporting it, like if Chris Haynes even Woj reporting it. Kyrie can mess around and change his mind 16 hours before he's supposed to do it. And we all know him to do that. So my thing is like it's nothing really impressive or nothing really eye opening about what Kyrie is going to do going forward, man. Because here's the thing.
Unpredictable.
Kyrie wants yeah, very unpredictable. He doesn't even know. He don't know what he's gonna do in the next 5 minutes. That's how unpredictable he is. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is Kyrie, him saying he wants this, he wants to be in a place where he could get all his money and be in a city where he don't have to worry about too much weather, all of that. Man, listen, Kyrie want this perfect world in his mind, and it's just not realistic. You know what I'm saying? So my thing about Kyrie, if it does happen, there goes another super team for Kevin Durant. There goes another
Mm-hmm.
team full of stars, man. Now we
Mm-hmm.
talking, and now there's no way that you cannot say this is not a super team. If this happens, this is him, Devin Booker, Bradley Beal, and Kyrie Irving, all on
Right.
one team. There's no way that you cannot say this is not a super team.
4 all-stars.
And
And,
this
and,
is
and,
gonna be
and I'm actually go ahead.
and this is
Go
gonna
ahead,
be
Lee.
the third. This is gonna be the third rendition of adding stars. This is gonna be his third. If you go all the way, I'm not even counting OKC. We going back to the Warriors when he had Steph in them. We going to out here with Brooklyn when he had James Harden and Kyrie, and now in Phoenix where there's a possible him, Kyrie, and Bradley Beal. So there's nobody on the planet.
I mean, how
Nobody
many
on.
chances can KD get though?
Oh my God.
And Leaf, I'm actually glad that you brought that because I was gonna bring up the super teams. Like when I heard this, I'm like, here we go again. Here we go again. And I would not be surprised at all if Kevin Durant, if he actually checked out our podcast and talking of us talking about him, it wouldn't surprise me at all if he actually hopped on the podcast and weighed his opinion. And I know you would have a lot to shit to say because I don't know if you're like legend of winning. Shouts out to Low. Go check out the player's choice. But Leaf, knowing you the way that I do, you have no problem of speaking how you feel. You would probably tell KD,
Listen,
look, man.
and listen. I would listen if he ever does come on here. If he ever does come on here, I want you to stop the show immediately because what I'm gonna say, bro, is not for the airwaves. It's not, bro. It's gonna be it's gonna be an argument. It's not gonna come out right, bro. It's gonna be an argument. I'm gonna be very disgruntled. I'm gonna be very vicious. It's gonna be nasty. It's gonna be evil. I'm telling you right now, bro.
Evil.
Like it's gonna be very, very malicious intent when I speak on Kevin Durant as a basketball player because my thing is like, yo, I ain't coming at you as a person, but I feel like I gotta come at you as a person because I'm looking at your decisions and I'm like, yo, what the fuck you doing, man? Yo, you really doing this? And then you sitting there like, yeah, you was cool with it when it was the Warriors, but then when Draymond told you about yourself, then you wasn't cool with it no more. Then you had some type of integrity. Then you came out here. Then you thought Kyrie was your friend. Then you want to try that Kyrie again. Yo, now it's the Brooklyn Nets. We bent over backwards and gave you all the pieces you wanted, all of this, all of that. We traded this person, we did this to that person, we give you the extension, we give you the time off, and then you do what you do, and then you go out to Phoenix, and now you're about to do it all over again to Phoenix. It's yo, I'm telling you, if 90% of the people that come on here on whether it's PC, whether it's your channel, whether it's anybody's channel, is not tired of this. And I say what I say about LeBron James, but this dude right here, man, yo, this I'm gonna let y'all talk, man. Like, yeah, I ain't gonna
No,
blow a
no,
gas.
no, no. All right. Before I get into my opinion, Dev, what says about you?
Kyrie Irving. One, I don't think he's gonna go to the Suns. I do think he'll re-sign the Mavs because this is again, it just doesn't make sense from the Suns financially or fit wise. I just don't see it happening. Then you put Booker or Beal at the small four, and it just doesn't make much sense. But he's gonna entertain it. They probably gonna talk, and then I got him going back to the Mavs. I really do got him going back to the Mavericks.
Mm,
But all in all, the situation, I feel like I'm not mad at Kevin Durant decisions for going to Phoenix. Like I do kind of agree with leaving this point. You probably like if you at this point started staying in could have just stayed in Golden State. It looks like he should have just either stayed in Golden State or stayed in OKC because or never went to Golden State in the first place. Because like I don't think people are mad that he left OKC. I think people are mad that he went to Golden State. Because
Golden
like
State.
let's say he went to Washington or New York and won 2 chips there, whole different feeling of KD. But it's just
Right.
that a
Right.
lot
And I
going
don't
on
want to go ahead. I'm sorry, Dev.
and with Brooklyn situation, I'm not gonna harp on too much into it, but yeah, the Brooklyn situation, even though it's not 100% his fault and stuff, so it's just a whole lot going on, overcomplicated. But ultimately, I think with the Kyrie Irving thing, the only teams I can see him going to, if I'm Miami, I want to go. I want to get Kyrie. Like people say, you don't deal with this headache. That's nah, I don't care.
I don't know about that,
I,
Dev. I don't know. I mean, Kyrie, listen, it'd be great though, but at the same time, Kyrie, to Leaf's point, Kyrie's going to pick and choose. Kyrie's unpredictable. Some games he's going to play, other times he's not. And Miami, they
and
already have a culture, and I don't know if Pat Riley, Mickey Harrison, and the Heat organization are going to tolerate that.
They not
And I
going
don't
for
know if
that.
Gabe, as a Miami Heat fan, would tolerate that as well.
but then again, we got Gabe don't care. Gabe wants Kyrie. Gabe just wants some shot creation on the team.
I think
But
Gabe wants Dame Dolan. That's what
oh,
he wants.
of course. Anyone want Dame on their team, but I think Miami. But then again, look at Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler's known as a head case, this, that, and whatever, and he came to Miami, and then just I feel like Kyrie just needs a home, and like Kyrie, and like he could be on behavior. I think with Brooklyn, it was just like it was just on him. It was the management too. It was like it was a back and forth thing. The Boston thing, if you want to say that's Kyrie, that's fair. But Brooklyn, I think, and plus, and with the Mavericks, he didn't really have no problems on the Mavs. They just their defense was just ass. Hello, game.
No, Gabe's top.
So yeah,
Yeah,
and I
yeah.
just think I do. I just don't. Me, I don't want Kyrie in the Suns. I'll be honest. I do not want Kyrie on the Suns. I do want him back in Dallas or back somewhere else. It's just very, very complicated right now.
All right. Hold on. Gabe had responded again. The only star that has been rumored to come to my team that I don't want is Harden.
That's fair.
I don't know if Harden. I mean,
Respect Harden.
Harden would only consider it because Miami, the nightlife, the lifestyle there, the no state income taxes, just like Texas. So he would consider that. But here's my thing when I heard about the news. KD's gotten way too many opportunities, man. If this is true that Kyrie, if he goes to the Suns, I mean, how many more super teams can you have? And for the record, with KD, my problem with him is not leaving OKC. The problem I have is that he left OKC to join Golden State.
Yep.
You were one game away from advancing to the NBA Finals, and you went to the team that beat you. And I agree with Stephen A. Smith that it was the weakest move ever. Then he leaves Golden State. He goes to Brooklyn. Got no problem with that. He's the number one option. He joins with Kyrie. The following year, they get the trade with James Harden. They had to give up Jarrett Allen, Karis LeVert, and a bunch of other players. They were one game away from advancing to the conference finals. He had a great game 5 and game 7, but unfortunately, they came up short. The following year, they get swept by the Boston Celtics in the first round. KD, after that, I think it was Sham Charania who reported he gave Josiah, the Brooklyn Nets, the owner, an ultimatum. Either it's me or Steve Nash and Sean Marks. They got to go. And it was also reported that he wanted to go to either the Suns or the Heat. KD now has been on multiple super teams, and still, even as the number one option, he can't win a championship. So I don't know how the NBA, how they're going to deal with Kyrie and KD on the same team again. But Dev, I agree with you. He should stay in Dallas because that's going to offer him the most money. He's in a state with no income taxes. Him and Luka, we got to see how that weighs before we jump to conclusions. But if not Dallas, he can make up for it by joining the Lakers because you can't trust LeBron and AD's health. I think they still need to keep Austin Reeves and Rui Hachimura.
Mm-hmm.
D'Lo has proven he's just not the guy for them. So I
And that's why
think
they got Steven Don. That's
Dallas
why they
or
got
LA for Kyrie.
Hey, that's why they got J Hood. If they lose, let's say they lose D'Lo, get Kyrie, you got J Hood now as a backup point guard.
Huh?
Go ahead, Khalil. What do you have to
Hey, J
say?
Hood as a backup point guard.
Yo, if we let go of D'Lo so we can start J Hood,
No,
bro.
no, no. I'm saying that's if y'all get Kyrie. If y'all get Kyrie, you won't have to start. Yeah,
Oh,
I say you get Kyrie, let go D'Lo, and J Hood be the backup point guard.
that's not even gonna happen anyways. I don't. Kyrie can go back to the Mavs, whatever. He's just anytime Kyrie is talking about he wants to go to the Clippers, the Lakers, the Suns, the Heat, whatever, or the Sixers, it's just a leverage play, bro. They don't even got no type of money for Kyrie. I know he wants that 272 mil 5-year deal, so he's just gonna go back to the Mavs. But what I do want that we can actually get is Brook Lopez because we're rumored to get Brook Lopez now.
Him and Bruce Brown. Now, if y'all get those
Yeah,
two, that's scary. That's crazy.
and no, we can only get
Yes,
one of them
yes,
because
Gabe. Austin
Oh,
Reeves
okay.
is the GOAT. He is the GOAT.
because yeah,
Straight
we
up,
can only
Gabe.
get one of them because we would have to spend our full mid-level exception on one of them, which our mid-level exception is 12.4 mil. So if we got Brook for 12.4 mil. And we had a lineup of D'Lo, Reeves, Braun, AD, Brook Lopez. I think that might be the best starting five in the league. I'm not gonna lie.
And
And
Gabe
then
agrees with you, Khalil. He said, "Oh my fucking god, Brook Lopez would be insane, bro."
yeah, I mean that would be the best defensive front court in the NBA, and he can actually space the floor too for LeBron and AD rim attacks.
Perfect.
And after that, the bench you
And
can
the rim
consist of
protection as well.
yeah, and then after that, the bench you can consist of like J Hud, Max Christie, Rui, Vando, and then you would have to go maybe get Mo Bamba back, but I don't know. But I'd like
Do
the
you,
team a lot if we get Brook. If we get Bruce off the bench, I still like the team, but then we'd have to go get bigs. And we're also rumored to
and
get Eric Gordon, and I
Ben
don't want him.
and Gabe said, "I prefer Brook instead of Doodoo Brown." I don't know.
Oh
I
god.
wouldn't mind having Bruce Brown on the team because of what he can do on the defense. And over time, he's
Hmm.
improved his jump shot, and I like what he's done as far as attacking the basket. But Jordan, can you hear me, man?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right. What's your thoughts about the whole Kyrie news about possibly
Uh,
going to the Suns?
Listen here, man. That man. I don't even like if Kyrie goes to the Suns. I don't really like. It doesn't really like move me that much because it's like you got like 4 top 40 players, and then you got like G leaguers on the rest of your roster. And I think these last few trips are proving like depth matters more. Depth and durability matters more than like just flat out star power and like
And continuity.
star power on paper. So like I think Kyrie should stay in Dallas. I can see
Mm-hmm.
why he would want to go to the Suns. 'Cause I think he would enjoy playing with those guys more than like playing with Luka and just like watching him do step backs and like have the ball all game.
Wouldn't he play more off the ball in the Suns than the Mavs?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and
I
also
think, but I think he would, but like he would understand because like everybody is like making the same sacrifice.
Yeah, that's a fact.
In Dallas, it's just like everybody's watching Luka, and then when Luka don't got the ball, that man is like it's like Rucker Park, like he just standing at half court watching everybody else cook. It's kind of crazy, but it's like
Man.
I think he's going to stay in Dallas because
Yeah, I
his number
think
one priority
Kyrie
is
wouldn't
money.
mind going to
Mhm.
because of the money.
Basically, yeah.
And if he decides to leave Dallas and go Phoenix, it gives him a lot of opportunities as far as moving off the ball. Luca, as great as he is on the ball, he's nowhere near off the ball, and we all know the defensive side. He plays little no defense. So I think, man, if KD gets another super team with four All Stars, him, Kyrie, Devin Booker, and Bradley Beal, and if he can't get it done, he can't even win a championship. Does
oh yeah,
this
he's
add
cooked.
to another stain to his legacy?
I mean, his
Um,
legacy's already kind of like not cooked. I mean, here's the thing, Katie. We all recognize he's one of the 20 greatest players of all time. great scorer. It's just that we won't elevate him in the same because like even though it was like in hindsight, like back in the day, people Braun and KD, people used to call it rivalry back then. Like obviously in hindsight, but they were trying to make it up a rivalry. Like Braun, KD versus Steph. Like it was consensus KD versus Braun, KD number two. Like back in like when we was younger, like in 14, 15, 16. Back he was in OKC. Then the narratives happened. Then kind of changed it. Kind of like I think we kind of like came back down to earth to like who KD really is. That KD's a great scorer, a great player. Like we can still recognize his greatness, but he's not in the same level as the top 10 players, and that's okay. And that's me as a KD fan saying this. Like he's not on the same level as Hakeem, Hakeem, Shaq, Bird, LeBron, Jordan. Like it's like Tim Duncan. It's like tiers to this. I feel like we'll still recognize him as one of the greatest players, but we will kind of stain him. Like he went from like a hero. He's on this like if you watch Attack on Titan, he's like in his Eren Yeager arc from like him being a good guy, in OKC. Then went to Golden State. Now he's like fully like a villain kind of. Yeah.
So I'll ask you this question. Do you think those 2 championships and 2 finals MVPs at Golden State is an asterisk to his legacy? Because
to me, no, because like I think every championship matters because like it like regardless, like people try to tax the bubble, but everybody's same situation, but I don't think they should be taxed because KD did perform very well. He did perform he was the best player performance wise in those 2 finals, and he did his thing. He wasn't just like a front runner. He was actually you could actually see the change because I don't think Golden State would have won in 2017 again. If KD's not a team, I don't think Golden State wins that year. I do think Cleveland goes back to back in 2018. We'll see what happens, but I do think Kevin Durant was needed for that Golden State team because it just unlocked a new element to the offense, a new dynamic to that team that we never seen before offensively. But yeah,
y'all feel like people overtax KD on the Warriors? Like
I think so because like
this point.
Yeah, I feel like everybody's just like, oh no, that shit don't count.
Because of Curry's gravity.
Like, but if you actually like see the game, like
he's isolating a lot.
Yeah, he isolates a lot, and he's still getting like good coverage on him. Like, it's not always just like 99% of the time Curry's just
not getting
gravitating KD's man away from him, and KD's just wide open. Like,
Yeah,
that's not how it worked. And if that's how it worked, why? How come KD's the only one who saw uproar in production compared to Clay and Curry? Because Curry played worse in 2017 efficiency wise than he did in 2016.
Yeah.
But with that logic, he should have played better because he had KD on his team and the whole team is unguardable and nobody can be doubled. But I mean, I think KD gets overtaxed because it's generally one of the best peaks ever. But
and not only that, he was playing really good defensively too, like help side, like that's the best defense
he was.
we've seen him. So I think we overtaxed him a little bit too much.
People credit all that to Draymond, so it's like.
And and that's one thing I don't really understand. Like in kind of basketball discourse, like we can credit like your teammates helping you out, but like at some point you're doing something too. It's like we can't just give them like KD's on the court getting the bucket. Yes, like he might get any open looks, but the ball still got to go in. It's like if let's say us four, like let's say PSP creates me a wide open look, I still got to hit the 3, even though it's wide open. It's still up to me because like it goes one way. Assist goes one way. You give me the ball, I shoot it. It's not just a one-way train. So it's like that's one thing I kind of hate when like people. I kind of like, and I used to do this thing. Like I was like LeBron carried this. That like nah. Like I don't overtext when people like it's a team game. So like what am I about to say? Like I don't overtax people, but I don't overdo it when people take them to big runs anymore. So like when I say Luka was carrying the Mavericks, like nah, he has some help. He his teammates did stuff here and there. It's not the same help as the other people. I would just say Luka doesn't have the same amount of help like he does against the other team. His team is undermatched.
Yeah,
like that.
I think in terms of like KD's like legacy, I think KD's been in situations throughout his career that have obviously benefited him, such as like Golden State and like those younger OKC teams. But you can also make the same argument that he's been in situations that have been to a detriment to his skill set, like forcing him to be the main playmaker on offense and forcing him to be the only like competent outside threat. So I think as far as his legacy, since he's been on like he's been on both outliers of like as far as having help or like quote unquote having a supporting cast. I think his legacy is kind of like intact. Like we know who he is. We know how much of a talent he is. We know that he's a great plug and play player. We know that he's like one of the greatest off ball scorers of all time. So it's like as far as his legacy and as far as like taxing championships, I don't really like. There's no point in doing it because
it's nitpicking.
everybody's gonna find something to nitpick at. So like it doesn't really. There's no point in like trying to please everybody. So it's like everybody is who they are.
Yeah, because it's gonna get inconsistent because like you can hate on a player, but it start getting inconsistent because you tax one player, you gotta do it with other people too. Because like nobody.
No, I feel like you got to keep that same energy.
Yeah.
And the problem is with KD, people get on him time to time. I mean, the whole thing with him and Jason McIntyre. Look, the thing with Jason McIntyre, that's on him for exposing the DMs between you and KD. I felt like whatever it was, you should have kept that conversation to yourself between you and KD. KD, the problem, I think, some say he likes it. He likes getting on, trolling and stuff like that. Do I think he's too sensitive from time to time? The answer is yes, because it still hurts the fact that whether he'll admit it or not, Golden State, they were able to win championships before they acquired and after they acquired him.
Mm-hmm.
And then now with Steph, there's discussions about him being in the top 10. KD, if I had to rank him, he's probably in that top 15, top 20-ish. So that's where I would have to rank KD. But if they get Kyrie with Booker, with Beal, and with him, I don't know what they're going to do with DeAndre Ayton. Unfortunately, they have to.
They got Ayton too.
Yeah, they still have Ayton. And if the Suns, if they're able to acquire Kyrie via a sign and trade, they would be hard capped at $172 million. So that's a shit ton of money.
Would Kyrie go there on a minimum?
No.
Hell no.
Kyrie wants to get that bag. You know that, which is why I believe he should stay in Dallas because that's the best opportunity.
That's why I'm confused on why the Suns thing is even news. Because if the Suns can't pay Kyrie and Kyrie's top priority is money, why are we trying to make a rectangle fit in a square hole? We know what the deal is. There's no point in like fantasizing about this potential super team and this potential big four of bucket getters. Like it doesn't really make sense to do.
Especially with the coach, like Frank Vogel's not an offensive. He's known for a defense. Like he's and like it doesn't like the Suns it's like the Suns don't know completely what they're doing. They're just kind of like doing things to do it. Like after like that championship, no, not that the season they lost to Luka and them. It's like now they just kind of like scrambling. They felt like they're on a quick time frame. They're trying to speed it up. It's like you have Devin Booker, who's still pretty young. He's still entering his prime, and now you're getting. They're trying to speed up or buy it. Kind of like buy a championship.
I think they felt like them getting to the finals. I think they weren't as secure in pulling that off again as teams like Milwaukee were. So I think their mindset from the ownership after like people got to remember like the Suns sucked for 10 years and then just
got good,
made the finals. So it's like they wanted to keep that going. Keep the revenue going as far as from an ownership perspective. They wanted to keep the winning going as far as from a GM, coaches, and players perspective. So they tried to do anything possible to like keep that going. It's like they're kind of like operating from an any means necessary sort of mindset as far as just acquiring names, acquiring star talent. Sort of what the Lakers did like after 2020, like just acquiring star talent just to like keep the winning market and keep the winning eyes on them. So it's like I don't really fully blame them because it is the Suns who haven't necessarily been relevant since Nash left.
Yeah.
Before that, so like, and I understand Devin Booker's entering his prime. He wants to be a winning player. Chris Paul is leaving his prime, and you traded for him. So like, you feel like you have to, or you felt like at the time you have to like keep that. You have to keep that nucleus of talent at a high competing level because they don't want to like have to restart and like suck again. Because like eventually. Not quite as kept, but like eventually we all know they're going to have to. I think they're gonna have to move off of all these players. They're gonna have to move off of Beal and trade him for basically what they got him for. They're gonna have to move off of KD and get him at a much lesser value. And they're probably gonna like it's gonna be like 3 years down the line. They're gonna move Devin Booker to. He's gonna be like that Damian Lillard. He's gonna be like that guy competing, putting up buckets in the West, not really going anywhere. And he's going to be like in rumors every offseason because the Suns are gonna have to like reset with this
Right.
with the financial situation they put themselves in.
That's a
So I
good
don't
point.
see it. I don't see it ended in the championship. I see it ending terribly. Honestly, I don't think. I don't think. I think when we look back on the era of super teams, I think the Warriors are going to be like the only like continuous
Them
success
and the
story.
Heat, the Warriors and the Heat. That's
I
it.
mean, yeah, the Warriors and LeBron teams, but you
Yeah,
know,
and plus even because here's the thing with LeBron. I
Do you
know
think
Lee's
it's
kind of like,
hard?
oh, you got it.
Do you think? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Oh, I was basically
Go
saying
ahead,
that
Dev.
the thing with LeBron teams, like there's a lot more continuity with
Did we
them.
lose him?
Like it's a lot more
Oh.
I don't know, there's a lot more continuity with LeBron teams, and like LeBron can
Mm-hmm.
maneuver more, and there's a lot more success, and it's not there's a lot more drama. It's like it makes sense. Like even though we don't see it working, like the pieces next to LeBron, it makes sense. Like a shooter, K Love, like it all makes sense. The Suns just don't make sense right now.
I don't think I don't. I wouldn't say there's continuity. I think it's just I don't want to like I don't want to overhype LeBron, but I think LeBron and the general managers and like the organizations he's been a part of are very very smart and like have a very high understanding of like what pieces fit which puzzle. And with LeBron, we understand. He understands. We understand. Most general managers he's around, such as Riley and whoever the guy was in Cleveland, understand that shooters
Mm-hmm.
and off-ball scorers are the move around LeBron, and he can pretty much spearhead everything else. So I think it's very like I think there's a very clear formula with LeBron on how to
All right.
win.
So let me ask. Mm-hmm. So guys, let me ask y'all this question. If y'all can hear me, do y'all think super teams have hurt the NBA?
Nah, I think it makes it more exciting because people want to see the best players team up.
I think I think I can understand that point, but I honestly do think it has in some ways because like for every super team that works, there's like three that don't, and it's like it's kind of torturing these players like Katie, like it's kind of like torturing people like Katie's legacy, like James Harden, who else? Chris Paul, some could say is like it's leaving stains on these players' resume that don't have to be there. And it's kind of like the reason Damian Lillard doesn't want to leave because he's scared that it won't work. So it's like having that having all this player movement in like every offseason.
Mm-hmm.
Because like I didn't have a problem with super teams until it started affecting like the young cores and like people are like
Yes,
shipping off 23 and
yes,
24-year-olds before even giving them a chance to develop. And like Jalen Brown's in trade rumors every offseason. There were Darius Garland trade rumors today. It's like it doesn't make sense for
yeah.
like
I agree too. Like it doesn't make sense. Like even when I see Trae Young and Hawks trade, I'm like, why would the Hawks give him like we trade away our best player to the Lakers for like Austin Reeves? Like it just don't make any sense.
Yup.
Like that's what I'm saying. It doesn't make sense for the Lakers. If I'm the Lakers, oh yeah, I'll do that when we're saying, but for the other teams, it doesn't make sense. Or like the Brooklyn Nets trade, like getting away, like when Katie and Harden, not Katie and Harden, when Katie and Kyrie first went there, they should have never traded for James Harden because they had Jared Allen, they had Caris LeVert, they had young guys around him. Even Kyrie, Katie didn't succeed. They just had I don't know. It just don't make sense. And I agree with you 100%, Jordan. I hate that they break up young cores before they even get them a chance. Like the Utah Jazz experiment, that's fine. They went through their course. They're not getting any better. Like the Utah Jazz did it perfectly, in my opinion. But other
Yeah.
teams just kind of like all over the place.
I think I think I think teams either wait too. I think teams either blow it up too early, i.e., the Thunder, or they blow it up too late, i.e., the Blazers. But as far as like the Nets should have never traded for Harden, I can understand why you say you would keep those role players there and like keep the continuity. But as far as their two stars, I don't really see them like. I can see them obviously winning a championship, but I can also see them having like a Clippers type tenure for that 4-year period where your two guys aren't the most durable and every playoff run something happens to somebody and something derails it to where you can't compete for championships because your two best players aren't dependable enough to stay healthy. So like I can understand why teams make these trades, but I can also like look at it and be like obviously hindsight is 2020, so like all these things have faults, all these things have pros, but it's like I don't really like the young cores being tampered with and like having to like go through trade rumors every other offseason because they didn't win the championships. Like it doesn't really make sense to me.
What up, Dante? Khalil, before we talk about James Harden again, do you have anything to say about super teams? Do you think super teams have hurt the league?
Man, I love super teams, man. Bro, I mean, it hurts people's legacies, bro. It just makes it so much more entertaining. Just checking your phone. Kyrie Irving got traded for this. James Harden got traded for this. Fucking Brooke Lopez signed here.
Brooke Lopez?
Man, he I mean,
All
respect
right,
him.
bro.
All-star Cowboy player coming to the Lakers, but
He's
anyway.
not going to. That's the only reason you brought him up is because you want him on the Lakers. You would not have brought up Brooke Lopez.
Khalil, I feel like you just
if he
doing
wasn't
this
going
just
to the
to troll,
Lakers.
bro.
No, I'm actually not
He is
trolling though,
trolling.
because
He
like,
is trolling.
just imagine how fun the Suns are going to be to watch next year, bro.
It's not even going to be fun. Khalil's going to have fun because he's going to enjoy when the Suns lose in the second round, and he's going to get to call KD
Okay,
Kevin
so you're
DeFraud.
telling me, Luka, so let's say the Mavs sign depth, like get defensive depth, right? You're telling me Luka, Kyrie with defense is not going to be fun to watch? You're telling me Beal, Booker, and KD is not going to be fun to watch? You're telling me if Harden goes to the Clippers, that's not fun to watch?
It'll be fun to watch the Lakers lose. But other than that,
we're better than the Sixers.
I'm not a Sixers fan.
Yes, you
but
are.
Like, other than like, obviously it's fun to watch, but it's like, I think basketball with role players, I think teams with like continuity, I think it's more rewarding to see those teams win than to like see the super teams win. This is going to sound crazy, but just like stay with me. It's much more fun to see the girl that you've been with for 7 years get proposed to than see Zion go hypothetically propose to Mariah Mills.
Oh yeah, duh. Of course.
I agree with that, bro.
I agree
Like
with that.
it's a similar thing though.
Bro. That's not, bro. The Nuggets just want a ring and nobody cares, bro.
I care.
I care. I mean, I like the
I
Nuggets.
care.
But I think because it was against the Heat. If it was against the Celtics, people would care.
You know, the only person who does not give a fuck is Jay, because people like him like him do everything they can to fucking try to diminish either the Nuggets or Jokic, man. But I don't mind super teams. I do think it's great for the NBA as far as marketing and branding. But at the same time, when it comes to like guys like KD, I mean, how many super teams could you really have?
No, KD is definitely dragging it, especially if they sign like a star on the minimum. Then I ain't gonna lie, like at that
point, how many of these teams have actually been super teams? Let's keep it G.
If the Warriors, if the Suns get Harden or Kyrie, that's a super team. That's super team. Warriors super team, nigga. That's 3 super teams. That's enough.
3.
The Nets, Warriors, and if they sign a star for the minimum.
But right now it's only 2 though, because they're not signing a star, dog. Get that out your head. It's not gonna happen. Nobody's taking.
Wait a minute, Jordan. The Nets weren't a super team.
I said the Nets
weren't a super team.
I said the Nets were a super team.
You never thought the Nets were.
He said they are.
OKC during their time.
OKC when not they had Harden and Westbrook. Dog. OKC that's not a super team.
It's fine to not be a super team, but then that nigga's on the border of a super team 2 different times too. So like,
no, he's not.
Yes, he is, bro.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
I feel like super teams have to be formed through free agency. I don't know if that's a hot take, but like they have to be formed through free agency.
I don't care. It just got to be personnel. I don't care how it's formed.
I care, bro. Super free agency or trades, like that's ODing a super team. If somebody drafts a super team, like I'm not mad. Now the Lakers in the 80s, they were ODing like getting the number 1 pick after winning a championship. Crazy. But you know, like other than that, like if the Thunder, like if you draft are Steph Clay and Draymond a super team?
No.
All right then. So what are we doing?
What are you talking about? Clay's not good.
Clay's not good. Got it.
Oh my god.
Were the 16 Warriors a super team?
No.
Okay, so what are we doing? So why are the Baby Thunder?
Even though they won the championship?
They didn't win a championship in 16.
They didn't win this championship in 16.
No, the previous, even though they were the reigning champions, and then in 2016, when they went to the finals again, and then they blew that 3-1 lead against the Cavs.
No, that's not a really good team. That's just a really good team. If you actually look at the roster, that's not a super team.
That's not a super team.
Okay, super team in terms of stars. Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Super team.
But Brandon, we talked about Kyrie. We talked about James Harden. Of course, you heard the report about Chris Haynes. He is expected to meet with the Phoenix Suns at the start of free agency. Now, if the Suns were to acquire Kyrie in a via sign and trade, they would be hard capped at $172 million. If Kyrie does sign with the Phoenix Suns, how much would that hurt Kevin Durant, in your opinion?
A lot. Well, um, I will say
What up,
this:
X?
Kyrie Irving to the Suns. I think that would be a bad move. I'm not gonna lie to you, cause they got no bench. Let's just say, cause we all know Kevin Durant is injury prone. We know what's his name? Bradley Beal. He been having some injuries too. And Kyrie, we don't know what he's going to be. We don't know if he's going to be on the court or not. Who's going to step up on the bench? You get what I'm saying? So like,
Jack and Londale.
Please stop.
who?
Please stop. Please stop.
Who?
Stop trolling. Stop trolling. Stop trolling. He's trolling.
Who?
He's trolling. He's trolling. He's trolling.
Like
He's trolling.
who going to have on the
He's
bench?
trolling. He's trolling.
What up, Bulls
And
fan?
then with Kevin Durant's situation, I really don't care no more, man. Like it's
Yeah, I don't care either.
I don't really care no more, bro. So it is what it is.
It's like stressing you out. It's not like stressing you out, Brandon.
Yeah, it is stressing me out. Like, cause like
No
people
way.
saying, "Oh, KD
You should
needs
have
super
seen Leaf's
team."
reaction.
No, Leaf was going crazy on KD. He said he wants Harden out the league.
He wants Harden out the league.
Yeah, he wants.
He
him
said
in
he wanted to
Shanghai.
go to Shanghai because he's sick and tired of Harden. He doesn't feel like Harden is not committed to winning. He's just more committed to the nightlife and lifestyle, the strip clubs, and all that.
Let
other
that
stuff.
man love his strip clubs in peace, bro. Not everybody wants to win.
I don't have
He
a
must
problem
be committed
with
to
James
winning,
Harden
bro.
living
How
his
many
life.
trades he done requested?
I mean, what, like 2?
He
2.
got trade. Okay, oh no,
Nah.
no.
Yeah,
Like
he didn't
3?
request a trade. He didn't request a trade from OKC.
3, 4?
OKC just did that.
3-4 is crazy.
He only got 2. He forced
He
away.
got traded Brooklyn
And
Philadelphia. So
Oh, no
that's 2
3, no
trades.
3. So this will be a third.
I don't think he requested a trade out of Philly. I think he was going to leave, and the team asked him to pick up his player option so they can get something for him.
That's
And I
smart.
think
That's
Brooklyn
really
at
smart
that
about Philly.
time, and I think Philly at that time, they just wanted to do it because they just had enough of Ben Simmons.
So that means Tyrese Maxey gonna get a bigger role. Is he gonna run point guard or he still be the 2?
Good for Tyrese, man. You know, good for his development, I guess. Not
Yeah,
my team, but you know, good for them.
Yeah.
You.
Joel Embiid. There's a lot going on. I'm just excited for free agency, honestly.
It's
'Cause
tomorrow,
free
right?
agency-
Or midnight, right?
One of the two.
It's the 1st of July, so that's like Saturday.
It's
I can't.
It's tomorrow at 6. That's what I
Oh,
heard.
tomorrow at 6.
That's
Can't
what
wait.
Leaf.
I thought it was
Leaf
always
said-
the 1st of July.
Yeah,
But
Leaf said
people
it
been
was the
saying
1st
it's
of
tomorrow.
July.
I'll just look it up.
Can't wait
Yeah,
for the Lakers
'cause
to not
it's
sign anybody after all
You
these rumors.
can-
of
'cause
signing
you
good
can,
players.
Why do the Lakers think they finna get Bruce Brown, bro? That nigga's staying with the Nuggets, bro.
Stay humble, nigga.
Yeah, I
No
still
way.
think so too.
No
I
way.
think. I
How
think
about-
they
Why
want.
would he stay with the Nuggets for 5 less dollars? It's tomorrow
I
at 6
think
p.m. By the way.
because they just won the championship, and I'm quite sure Bruce
We
Brown
winning
had
the
to be just-
championship.
No, you're
No.
not.
Come on,
Why are you so
Khalil,
certain?
Khalil, stop trolling, man.
Because LeBron or AD is going to get hurt.
God, I'm not trolling.
That's the sad part. He's really not. He thinks the Lakers are going to win.
I think that
Thanks.
he would. I think that if he decides to go to the Lakers, is only because of the money, unless Denver decides to match that offer sheet or offer him more.
They can't even match. He's not
First
restricted.
thing the Lakers got to do though, they got to get back Austin Reeves and Rui, bro. That's
That's a fact.
number
That's a
one.
fact. That's a fact.
That's
I
what
don't
need
think
to
they're
do.
gonna get back both.
How? How do we not get back?
I
both?
think they should keep because somebody's gonna offer Austin Reeves more than he.
And I think
he's
it's gonna
gonna
be the
take the bag.
Rockets, bro. I think it's gonna
Ain't
be the
them-
Rockets.
The Rockets said they want Fred VanVleet.
Oh.
They said they want veterans. They want Dylan Brooks and Fred VanVleet. That's what Woj said.
Oh, okay.
But nah, I think if a team offers Austin Reeves a lot, it would be the Spurs. But like, we can still match any contract he has. Same with Rui.
I was just thinking like the Spurs makes they'd probably give him a bag
Wherever Reeves go, I go. If we actually let him go,
because the max y'all
nah,
can
I
get,
don't.
Nah, that's crazy, Khalil.
I don't
that's
think
so
we can win a
crazy.
chip without Reeves. So.
No, you got to keep him. You got to find a way to keep him, and you got to find a way to keep Rui. I don't know what you're gonna do with D'Lo though. That's the
You
question.
gotta bring him back.
he better take that 20 million. You better take
Mhm.
20 million.
Yeah, we
nigga.
definitely
If
gotta
we-
lowball him.
Nigga won't
If we get
What are you gonna
Kyrie,
say,
Reeves and
Brandon?
them ain't coming back. I don't think Reeves and them
Mhm.
coming back.
Hey, the Lakers. We still get to decide on the team option on Malik Beasley. We haven't waived him yet.
Oh, y'all haven't waived him yet? Okay,
And
that's
there's
what's up.
like an hour and 30 left for him to be waived or traded.
They said they planning on to though.
Yeah. I don't think
All right.
anybody wants him.
All right, fellas, let's move on real quick. We're gonna talk about a little bit more news because shouts out to Bob Big Ox. Speaking about his Sacramento Kings, Harrison Barnes, a key part of the franchise rise into the Western Conference contention. He has now agreed on a 3-year, $54 million contract extension,
Jesus.
according to ESPN's Adrian Wojnarowski. So,
Well,
Brandon,
no Draymond.
Yep.
the floor is
Wow.
yours. What's your thoughts?
Mid. Just straight mid. I don't know what else to say, bro. Harrison Barnes
Facts.
just mid, bro. He's just mid, bro. I seen it at Golden State, bro. The dude really lost the Warriors the finals, bro. The dude was missing every shot. 3-point shot, bro. Like, he's mid, bro.
Hey, he could make an argument. He lost the Kings the series because he hits that game winner. Different story.
Hey, but shout out Harrison Barnes, bro, because I'm a Carolina fan, so I seen him in college. Shout out to him, but you still mid, bro, in the NBA.
Bulls
It's cool.
fan, what says you?
Oh no, you got it.
Are you talking to me?
Yeah, Bulls fan. What do you say? What do you think about the whole thing with Harrison Barnes?
I mean, he cool. Like, I thought if they wanted to get better, they need to upgrade for him, trade him like a sign and trade. But I guess, I mean, like bro was saying, he mid. Like, he's just mid.
He alright. That's how I look
That's
at
too
it.
much money for him.
Hey man, unfortunately, that's just how the NBA is nowadays. I mean, 3 years, 54 million. So if you do the math, 18, 30, that's like 18
18
million
mil.
a year.
Bro, they had 36 million cap, bro. They actually could have got like someone really good who can move the needle.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess, bro. I think they're gonna run it back with the same team.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Bulls fan, I'm actually glad that you here. Want to talk about Andre Drummond. He has exercised his $3.36 million option to return to the Chicago Bulls. What's your thoughts, man? Because you and I, we Bulls fans. What's your thoughts on Drummond? And also with the deal with
I'm
Vucevic.
happy we brought. I'm happy we brought him back because Drummond was really good for us this year. I'm glad we was able to get back because we need a backup center, and he's the perfect backup center for us. So I'm happy we brought him back. I thought we was gonna lose him, to be honest.
As for
So now we
Vucevic,
gotta decide if we're gonna keep. No, I thought we was gonna lose both. But I thought now we gotta decide if we want to keep Kobe or Io, and I think we should keep Io.
so would you trade? Would you trade Kobe or would you just let him go?
Probably trade him. If we could get like a Seth Curry back for him, that'd be crazy. That's what we need, some shooters.
All right, that's what's up.
Y'all in the
Philip-
mud, bro. I feel bad for y'all, dog. No way, y'all brought. No way, y'all
I
brought
feel like you
Vucevic back, bro.
just like to cause up shit, man. You and Ticket, man. One thing y'all consistent on is causing up shit.
Bro, there's no way y'all did not rebuild, bro.
Get rid of Zach
Look.
LaVine, PSP. I don't know, like, what's up?
Too late now.
Nah,
baby,
nigga,
bro.
we're not getting
I
rid of
have
Zach.
no
Nigga. He's
idea
staying.
about the whole Zach
He's
LaVine,
staying.
but it seems like he's staying.
Yeah, that's our franchise player.
Unfortunately, Bulls fan, we just gonna probably not get the number 1 pick or tank for the rest of the season to get any top 5 or top 10 picks. So it seems like we're just gonna have to go with what we got.
Losing the first round.
Yeah, we're gonna have to meet mid, bro. It is.
That's the problem right there, unfortunately. But Dev, man, what are your thoughts?
He'll be there.
You moved it out. Brandon, what says you, dog?
About Draymond, right? Draymond,
Yeah,
not Draymond.
Andre
Drummond.
Drummond.
I don't know, man. I thought y'all was going to get rid of him. I mean, he's a great
Yeah.
rebounder. I'll say that, but I don't know. We'll see what happened with Drummond. We'll see. Who's y'all backup?
Need to fire Billy Donovan.
All right.
Yeah, y'all need to fire Billy Donovan. I'm an OKC fan. He's not a great coach.
Y'all need to get Jim Boylan back.
Oh God, no.
Yeah. But Dev, what are your thoughts about the whole Drummond, Andre Drummond news? He has exercised his $3.36 million option to return to Chicago.
Oh, it's good for him to back up big man. I don't really see a big market for him, so I'm happy he got his money. And I do think they still need to make a lot of moves, Chicago, going forward. But right now they're kind of like in a no man's land. They need to get some draft capital back from like Vucevic, DeMar, or whoever. But not a need them better, but they keep their team intact and core. They don't get no better, don't get no worse. Kind of like stay the same to me.
All right. Let's move on to another player, the New York Knicks. Their guard, Josh Hart, has exercised his $12.9 million option for the 2023-2024 season. What's your thoughts on that, Dev? Unfortunately, we lost him again. Khalil, what says you, man?
I think that was a good move for them. He was one of their best role players, and he changed the culture as soon as he got there. They got like the best bench in the league, and they were really, really good post deadline once he was playing. I wonder if they make any other moves like trading Randall or trading Quickly because Quickly wants a bag. But now the Knicks are a really good team, and it's good for him to stay there. They love him over there.
Bulls fan.
Are you talking to me? You talking about Hart?
Yeah, Josh Hart. What's your thoughts on him?
Are you talking about Rant?
No, Josh Hart.
Hold
He
on, bro.
exercised
I'm lagging. I'll be back.
12.9. Okay. But meantime, Brandon, what says you, man?
I like the move. Josh Hart underrated as heck. Shoot the 3 ball. Not as bad as not as bad as a defender as well. Things great by the Knicks. I heard they trying to get Harden though.
Yeah, I heard.
they are.
In the trade, the Clippers and the New York Knicks are
Well,
the two teams.
I tell you this, Julius Randle better be in that package. Send that man out of there. Send that man out of New York. Send that man out of New York, bro. Send that trash. I don't even know if he's top. Nah, I ain't gonna go there.
Yeah, we're gonna get nasty this ring.
Yeah. But he trash mid.
I do like the move PSP. The Josh Hart move. He was a key player in the playoffs. He brings defense. Really one of the best rebounding guards in the league. He gets a lot of rebounding. One of the best role players, and you can see the Knicks kind of started playing a lot better when he got acquired to the team. So I like the move and keep him for that core.
All right. Let's talk about the Clippers. According to Adrian Wojnarowski, the Clippers aren't guaranteeing guard Eric Gordon's $21 million contract, and he'll become a free agent, sources tell ESPN. Gordon averaged 16 points on 37% three-point shooting in his 15-year career, and Gordon's waiving saves the Clippers $110 million in luxury tax. So, Brandon, what's your thoughts, man, on Eric Gordon, and where would you like to see him play?
The L.A. Lakers. That's what I want to say. The Lakers.
You said Aaron Gordon?
Yeah,
yes,
Eric
to the
Gordon.
Lakers, bro. Because that's exactly what they need is a shooter. They need a shooter.
Bro, he shoots like 34% from 3 now.
He shoot better than Beasley.
Bro, both of them are frauds, bro. Bro, he plays no deep, bro. He's so bad on defense now. It's not even funny, bro. That man, bro. That
y'all
means
do not want no Eric Gordon, bro.
If we spend money on Eric Gordon, bro, I'm actually done with this team, bro. I'm straight, bro.
Well,
Bulls fan, can you hear me, man?
A little bit. Hold on, I'm finna restart. It real quick. Hold on.
All right, no problem. But Dev, if you can respond, what's your thoughts about Eric Gordon going to Eric Gordon, the news? I don't think we've heard him.
But again.
Damn, man, y'all, what is wrong with y'all Wi-Fi nowadays, man? But I actually don't mind it for the Lakers. To Brandon's point, though, they need 3-point shooting, and they need defense. Khalil, I understand he shot 34% from the 3. But damn, the Lakers need something on 3-point shooting. I mean,
I'd rather get Yuta.
He ain't bad either. He definitely ain't bad. But
He ain't
Lakers need
bad.
a
He
big
ain't bad.
man. Lakers need a big man as well. 'Cause I know they got rid of Bomba, but like they
Let me
need
see.
somebody
Bulls.
else to wait say sports PSP.
No, I just want to make sure. Bulls fan, can you hear me? Continue, Brandon.
Yeah, I
But
can hear
yeah,
you.
but yeah,
All right,
what I'm
continue,
saying.
Brandon.
Yeah, they need a big man. 'Cause I know Mo Bamba's there, but they need somebody else besides AD. Big for the big man, so yeah.
Yeah. Bulls fan, in case you didn't know, the Clippers, they are not guaranteeing guard
Bro, my fault.
Eric. You lagging again?
Hold on, bro.
Can you hear me?
Yo, what the fuck?
Yo,
Bro, I
but
don't know
it's
what's
all
going on.
good.
Hold on.
No, all right. Take your time. Take your time, man. But I think with the Clippers, man, they're not guaranteeing Eric Gordon. This saves them $110 million
Mm-hmm.
in luxury tax. So that's a lot of money that they save up, and maybe they'll probably maybe do something. Probably get James Harden. I think he would be a better fit for the Clippers than with the Knicks because I feel like with Russ he can come off the bench. James Harden can facilitate. James Harden can still give you 20 and 10.
I'm
He may
gonna
not.
allow. I don't think Harden comes off the bench on the Clippers.
No, Russ coming off the
Oh, Russ.
bench.
Okay, got you.
Right. I think Russ is better coming off the bench, and I think Russ at this point doesn't mind because again he's in LA now. The
Humbling beginnings
Clippers,
too.
yeah, humble beginnings. The Clippers, they appreciate him, and vice versa. They have to find a way to keep Russ because if they lose Russ, and we all know Kawhi and PG's durability history, who's going to provide that scoring threat?
Hmm.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, Harden. This is about Harden on the Clippers, right?
Yeah, Harden on the Clippers. I think he'd be a better fit for the Clippers than the Knicks because Harden would run the point, but still, there's him, Brunson, Randall, Barrett. All of them are left-handed,
Hmm.
and the defense is going to
Fact.
be pretty
Oh yeah, that would be
predictable.
crazy. It's already crazy right now. Harden. That's four left-handed dudes on your starting lineup. That's crazy.
Yeah, and
Uh-huh.
we all know Stephen A. Smith is going to lose his shit. So you know, but
Nah, but where does that Harden stuff even leave Philly? Because like, what does Embiid do? Or like, if he goes to the Clippers, it was already rumored it was like Marcus Morris, Norman Powell, and like Rocco for Harden. And if that's the trade they get back, I ain't gonna
That's
lie,
insane.
Embiid gotta go, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
and B gotta get. Yeah, that's insane.
and if you're the Clippers, there's no way you want Harden if you have to trade Paul George.
Yeah, yes, yeah. If Paul George has to go, then I'm not doing the training. Like right
so
now, even with the injuries,
y'all
I
saying
still
Embiid
think
should
Paul George
go?
will find it. If that
Yeah, I
trade
mean, if they
happens,
get
I ain't gonna
nothing for
lie.
Harden, I think he should go
Yeah,
because they're not gonna be able to
yeah,
contend.
come to Atlanta
Right.
and be like if you're unhappy, we come to Atlanta. Come to Atlanta and be.
Coach Dante,
Yo,
man, how you doing, my brother?
I'm doing awesome, man. How y'all doing today? How y'all doing
What's good,
tonight?
coach?
Good, good.
doing
Good,
good.
y'all.
What's your thoughts about the whole James Harden and Kyrie news? If you've heard about it,
Of course, I've been around everything all day long. Unfortunate, like I say, hope the 76ers can get some more depth for James Harden. But other than that, it'll be interesting to see where he goes. From hearing the Clippers is out there. At one point, you heard the Heat was a suitor for him at this point, but it'll be definitely interesting to see where he goes, and where he's going to fit at. And for Kyrie Irving, um, is interested. Phoenix is interested. It'll be interesting to see if he stays in Dallas. I don't think Dallas should want to have him back. They really gave up a boatload of their defense. I think that was a mistake giving up Finney Smith, who's their best perimeter, probably their best perimeter defender. They had no rim protection at the rim last year. They was able to score, but they weren't able to defend very, very well. So it'll be interesting to see where he ends up.
Mm.
mm-hmm. Man, hold on. Let me see if we got B Zing. Can you hear me, brother?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you.
What's your thoughts about the whole James Harden Kyrie news, man? What's your thoughts on that?
Honestly, James Harden is he just wants to. I feel like he just wants to do whatever at this point. Like he doesn't really care about winning as much, honestly. And Kyrie, I mean, I feel like Kyrie to the Heat would be good for him because most of his he like his the Heat are like a good system to for players that are like problematic, I guess. And the Heat would be good for Kyrie. I think that would be the best spot for Kyrie.
Do you think he'd be a better fit for the Heat than Damian Lillard?
Uh, Probably not because Dame's the better player, but I think Kyrie's more realistic than Dame. So yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
because Dame, because you already know Dame. I don't know what Portland's doing. They need to trade Dame. You got school.
They gotta find a way to trade, man.
Get
They
him
gotta
out of
find
here.
a way to trade.
Free Dame. Hashtag free Dame. But that's
Hmm.
on Dame.
All right, folks.
Dame
One
doesn't want
last.
to free himself though.
No, he doesn't because I don't think he wants to deal with the narrative joining on super teams, and that was something that Leaf alluded to. So, who knows? But anyway, folks, one last subject, and then we wrap it up. Brooklyn Nets Ben Simmons
Yes, sir.
will won't play for Australia this summer at the Basketball World Cup while the Brooklyn Nets guard instead focuses on recovering from injuries. Basketball Australia said Ben needs more time to focus on his rehab and he looks forward to being part of the Boomers in the future. Simmons only played 42 games last season, the worst year of his career statistically.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Fellas, if Ben Simmons doesn't have a bounce back year, Coach Dante, I'm gonna give you the floor first. Do you think his career is over?
I think it will be. I think it will be over if he doesn't have a bounce back yet. So I'm gonna say yes. I think it will be over if he doesn't have a great year. If he doesn't have a bounce back.
All right, Bezing, you're up.
I think maybe one team might like give like maybe one more chance, but it's probably like a 70% chance it'll be over if he doesn't have a bounce back season.
All right, Brandon.
Yeah, it would definitely be over. I don't understand how this man like shoot threes in the gym but can't do it in an NBA game, bro. I don't understand that.
Mental. Khalil.
Mm, sure.
Yeah, it's over for him if he doesn't have a bounce back year. I don't know how he went from All Star caliber to turning it to Andre Roberson, but he
Ooh.
gotta lock back in next season.
Dev.
What Drake said? Dun, 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 dun. It's over.
Yeah.
It's over. It's over. But yeah, Ben
My
Simmons need to lock in though. He needs to lock in though.
mhm. My thoughts about Ben Simmons and Mad Max and J Rob got mad at me because they felt like I was being too hard on Ben Simmons. And when I said Ben Simmons hasn't worked on his game, the problem I have with Ben Simmons is that he's been in the league now. He's about to enter his 8th year in his career,
It's
and
already been eight
still
years. Dang.
8 years, really more 6, because he missed his actual rookie season due to the injury, and we all know he missed the entire 2021-2022 season because of the aftermath of that series against Atlanta. He was never the
Hmm.
same since that series. Ben Simmons, my problem with Ben Simmons is that he's been in the league that long and he still hasn't worked on his game as far as his jumper. Yeah, people talk about his passing, his defense, but I'm tired of hearing that because we knew that coming
Yeah, he's been had that
out
since
of
he came out of
college,
college.
coming out
Yeah.
of LSU.
He's been had a lack of
Yeah,
mental toughness since he came out of college, and that's been already
yes,
discussed since he had to come out of college. He's
that's
been
been a
had a
huge that's been a huge
Yeah, for sure.
problem. Yeah,
Hmm.
that's been a huge problem. And not only that, I just don't think Ben Simmons, I don't know how y'all feel about it. I just don't think he loves basketball as much as other players because if he actually did, he would actually spend enough time working on his game. But I think with Ben Simmons, man, if I'm not asking him to be the number one option because he's proven he can't be that. And I defended him before. I said, if I had Simmons or Embiid, which one do I build the team around and why? I didn't trust Joel Embiid's durability history. I said lean towards Ben Simmons, surround him with shooters if you're Philadelphia. Now it's been years later and it's laughable now.
Yeah, that used to
So
be a
it's
serious
laughable
Yes,
to
it is.
mention
conversation.
Ben Simmons as the number one option anymore. If he could be a solid number two, number three option and giving you 14, 7, and 7, I could live with that. but the dude has to work on his jumper and he got to work on them free throws because if he can't hit free throws, and he shot a career low from the free throw percentage last year, it would be disaster. And J Rob mentioned him and Nick Claxton with the duo. Do they realize that the two of them combined are not even 100% at the free throw line? Ben
Oh
Simmons
yeah,
is
no, they're terrible. They're
That's
terrible.
That is
bad.
sad. What the heck?
so
No, and
I
that's
don't
the
know,
thing.
man. I hope Ben Simmons. Yeah, go ahead, Def.
Oh, that's the thing. I'm gonna let you finish your point real quick. That's my fault. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, that's all good. And the two of them combined, they can't shoot free throws. So if they can't shoot free throws, they're unplayable. And look, man, this is it for Ben Simmons because them days of him getting that type of contract, and people bring up, well, he's working out. There's photos of him working out, shooting the jump shot. I don't care about that anymore because we've
Yeah,
seen that before, and still
you're not
it
fooling me.
hasn't manifested on the basketball court. So I hope for Ben Simmons he turned it around. But anyway, folks, that concludes the episode. Fellas, Brandon, I'm gonna let you go first. Where to follow you at, my man?
Follow me on Instagram, bband923, YouTube, Brandon from the Block. I got my own podcast called The Throwdown every Monday, 7 o'clock Eastern time.
Yes,
So
sir.
if y'all want to tune in, PSP be there too. Dev be showing love, but like Khalil, Zine, Coach, if you want to
I
come
got.
on,
I,
Mhm.
I,
but
I take that.
yeah, make sure, man,
All right,
tune in. Yeah, but yeah, man,
all
thanks for
right.
having me on, PSP.
Anytime, man. Zing, any final words and where to follow you at, man?
Uh, just follow me on Instagram at Brandon.Lopez_17.
Okay, cool. Coach Dante.
Y'all can follow me at Coach Dante31 on Instagram, on Twitter at That Rockets Guy. Coach Dante31 That Rockets Guy. Y'all can also find me Coach Dante on YouTube. Coach Dante on YouTube.
All right. Khalil, man. Other than your trolling ass, where to follow you at, man?
Real deal, Lil.
Hey, y'all can follow me on Twitter. Old NBA tweets. Finna hit 100K. Aside from
Okay.
that, I got no plugs, man.
Me,
Dev.
I just be. Oh, you can hear me? Is that all good?
Yeah, I can
Man,
hear you.
I'll be up and
We can
all
hear
and
you.
about. I'll be everywhere. I'm like Candy Man. Whenever I see a stream, I pop up. So I'm starting my own. I decided I'm starting my own personal channel coming soon. It's gonna be under called Dev Sports, and my TikTok right now is underscore Da Vinci. I'm gonna do more TikToks first, then I'm gonna transition to YouTube. And if you want the nasty takes, go on our Brandon channel. You want some good funny content. You want some knowledge of the games and good content, come join this channel of PSP. Subscribe to everyone up here if you give them a follow.
For sure.
Go Falcons, and
For sure.
and also Gabe Davis, Brandon. I've been thinking about it. He might be top 15.
Oh Lord, stop it,
I,
stop
I'll
it.
stop. I'll stop. I'll
Dog,
stop. I'll stop. I'll
dog,
stop. I'll
dog.
stop. I'll stop.
Well,
I'll stop. I'll stop. I won't give you a heart attack yet, son.
oh
Oh,
yeah, I gotta put my daily.
wow.
Yeah, I gotta put my daily reminder.
Oh,
Trevor Lawrence overrated.
Wow, that's even more
no.
crazy
Actually, never
than
mind. Never mind.
Brandon saying Trevor Lawrence, the most overrated
Actually, no,
quarterback
no. Actually,
currently.
no, no. I do have propaganda on push. I do have one propaganda. Drake London will be a top 15 receiver this year. By the end of the year, he will be top 15 or
Oh
at
brother.
low minimum top 20. That's my propaganda I'm gonna push.
Mm.
You better hope that Desmond Ritter is that good, Dev, because
He will be.
I was talking with Brandon last night. I think that the Falcons they should trade to Arizona to get Kyler because Arizona may get the #1 pick and they may move on and get Caleb Williams from USC. So
I think
imagine
Arizona
Kyler
gonna be
getting
one.
ATL.
I think Arizona gonna be
Hmm?
the worst team in football this year.
Oh yeah,
I don't
Kyler's
think
not
they're gonna
Kyler's
be the
not
best
playing the
team.
whole year. No
No, he's
Kyler.
actually going. to
No.
He may play mid-season though. He may play midway in the season. But I feel like Dev, if you get Kyler to Atlanta though, that would be
Excuse
nice though
me.
to pair him up with those weapons with Kyle Pitts, Bijan Robinson, and Drake London. So that'd be nice. Anyway, folks, it's your boy Sports PSP. You know where to follow me at Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. Please go like and subscribe to the podcast. I appreciate all the fellas, Dev, Khalil, Coach Dante, Bazing, Brandon from the block, Leaf,
Yes, sir.
and everybody else, man. And fellas, we are out. Peace.
Peace out.
Peace.
Now.